Yo, what is going on guys, Flashverse here, and welcome back to another video on the Flash movie. And for this video, we have a lot of leaks and rumors to talk about and break down about this film, which is very exciting. But yeah, as we already know, the Flash movie has been filming for a while now. They've filmed outdoors, they've filmed indoors, we've seen Supergirl on set, we've seen Ezra Miller on set, and most recently they have been filming outdoor scenes in Glasgow with Batman doing some sort of a chase scene. And this Batman is actually Ben Affleck's version of Batman, so it's Batfleck. It wasn't Michael Keaton's Batman, although Ben Affleck wasn't entirely on set. It was Ben Affleck's stunt double filming the chase scene. We did also have some very interesting scenes with Ezra Miller's Barry Allen filming outdoors, which is very interesting because it does play a crucial part in what we're going to talk about during this video. Now, as we already know, the concept for this film is obviously Flashpoint, where Barry Allen goes back in time to stop the Reverse Flash from killing his mother, and in doing so he creates a whole new alternate timeline, and then eventually realizes that what he has done has messed up with the course of time, so he restores the timeline back to how it was, only to still find things different to how they used to be. But for Andy Muschietti's vision for the film, we know that it's not just one timeline which Barry will be screwing up, but the whole entire multiverse, which is how characters like Michael Keaton's Batman will come into play during this film. So essentially, it's a multiverse Flashpoint movie. It's not just Flashpoint in general, which is very, very exciting because having that massive scale, I think it's just very cool. But yeah, very recently, we got the new Flash costume leaked, which I'll be talking about. We did also have a crew member confirming that Henry Cavill's Superman was on set while filming a couple of days ago. But also, we did have a recent report talking about who the main villain for this film will be, which I will also be breaking down. But before I go over anything, however, you guys don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel so you are aware of more videos about the Flash movie coming your way. Okay, so firstly, I will start off with the rumor of potentially an evil version of Barry Allen being the main villain for this film. So firstly, I will read over the article by direct.com because it is coming from them. So I'll read over the article and then obviously do the breakdown later. But the article kicks off as followed. Director Andy Muschietti confirmed in January 2020 that while The Flash will base its plot on the iconic Flashpoint storyline from the comics, it will be a quote-unquote different version of Flashpoint than you're expecting. One key difference from the source material is that Thomas Wayne will not appear in a supporting role like the original story. Instead, Ezra Miller's Flash will get help from Michael Keaton's Batman. In July 2021, set photos emerged from the Flash's London shoot that showed Ezra Miller performing a scene as Barry Allen alongside an apparent doppelganger. Fans theorized that this Barry counterpart was an alternate reality version of the Central City superhuman, possibly from the universe where Michael Keaton's iteration of Batman exists. The two seem to be deep in conversation in those set photos as they walk down the street in civilian clothing. Unfortunately for Barry Allen, this doppelganger will not be as friendly as he appears. The Direct can exclusively report that this other Barry Allen will serve as a primary villain in the movie, acting as a Dark Flash antagonist to the displaced Barry Allen. According to our sources, elements of this plotline will be heavily inspired by the Flashpoint comic storyline and the villainous Reverse Flash. The original Flashpoint story was triggered after Barry Allen went back in time and saved his mother from being murdered. Unfortunately, this caused a ripple across time that changed everything else for the worse. Bruce Wayne was killed instead of his parents, Superman's pod crashed into Metropolis, killing thousands, and Barry was no longer the Flash. Awakened in this new world, Barry initially believed that this someone else was responsible for the calamity. Barry blamed the Reverse Flash, his arch-enemy, for this damaged reality. However, after his enemy restored his fading memories, Barry realized that he was the villain of this story. In the Flash movie, the doppelganger narrative will take cues from these events in the Flashpoint comic. While he will be a villainous in nature, it's possible that this counterpart will take on the Reverse Flash's role and won't fully be responsible for the world being changed or for Barry ending up in this alternate reality. This won't be the first time that an evil version of The Flash has been used in a live-action adaptation. The CW's third season of The Flash featured Savitar as the main villain, who was eventually revealed to be a time remnant of Barry Allen, with both played by series star Grant Gustin. Strangely, this double of Barry's didn't seem hostile towards him in the scene that leaked via set photos. As they're engaging in a conversation in public, fans will have to wait and see just how villainous this version of Barry Allen will end up being when The Flash hits theaters on November 4th, 2022. So yeah, this is incredibly interesting. Obviously take this as a massive grain of salt because we don't exactly know if it's legit or not, but we do know that through set photos there have been two Barry Allens on set, one played by another actor who will be CGI'd to look like Ezra Miller in post-production, but the other is actually Ezra Miller who is interacting with this stunt double. Now, I'm not going to show the set photos or the leaked costume during this video because videos about this movie have just been getting taken down by Warner Brothers everywhere, and I do not want to risk that from happening. But yeah, I will describe the set photos and also post a link in the description down below to where you can not only see the set photos of the two Barry Allens interacting with one another, but also the leaked Flash costume as well, which I will get into later on. But yeah, we have two Barry Allens, one with long hair and then one with short hair, obviously as you would expect from two different timelines or maybe two different realities. You could obviously say that this could just be future Barry trying to fix his mistake by talking down the other Barry. It could very much also be what the article said, where one of the Barry Allens are from another Earth. But the more you think about it, the more it makes sense that an evil Barry Allen will be the big bad of this film. You know, I just find it interesting that we just have two Barry Allens interacting with one another. So when you think about two Barrys interacting with one another and supposedly the other Barry Allen also playing a huge role in the film as well, you shouldn't be, surprised in the slightest that that version of the Barry Allen with whatever long hair or short hair will end up being the main villain. Obviously, as the article also said, this hasn't been the first time we've had an evil version of Barry Allen before. As the show has done it, the CW show, The Flash. We did have this similar storyline during The Flash Season 3 between Savitar and Barry, and it tied into, surprise surprise, the Flashpoint storyline. But as most of you guys would probably know, I didn't like The Flash Season 3, nor did I like the reveal of Savitar with a time remnant of Barry being the main villain of the season. Now, here is the deal. I don't know how to feel about this, mainly because I didn't like how this storyline played out with The Flash Season 3, and it looks like the movie is going to adopt a similar, storyline for this movie, and with this evil version of Barry Allen supposedly being this Savitar type character as the main villain, because it looks like we're not having the Reverse Flash during this film. That's for sure. I don't think we're getting the Reverse Flash. And if they do, one thing I do hope for is that they don't end up making this evil Barry Allen the Reverse Flash. I would absolutely hate that. I would be very disappointed if evil Barry is an Bart type Reverse Flash. I want Bart to be the Reverse Flash, simply because he's just my favorite villain of all time. I like Bart as the Reverse Flash, and also an evil villain from way into the future who just despises Barry. I just love that so much, and I just love Bart as a character as well. I think he's the best villain in comic book history, in my opinion. I really love Barton's version of the Reverse Flash, and his rivalry with Barry Allen is just so good. So I really hope they do not bottle his character by making an evil version of Barry Allen the Reverse Flash, because I just wouldn't be a fan of that. What I would rather have, and I would be okay with this, is that they should set up like a post-credit scene with the Reverse Flash. So they should set up Barton as the main villain for the sequel of this film. But I definitely do not want an evil version of Barry Allen being the Reverse Flash. But for me, it seems like they're going for that Savitar type storyline. But yeah, going into the next part of this video, and it is some set leaks to go over. So yeah, we did get the Flash suit being leaked, and as I said, a photo will be linked in the description down below if you guys want to check it out. Now, I don't want to judge it just yet because, number one, it's from the back, not at the front. and number 2, they will obviously fix it up with CGI. But so far from what I saw, even if it's from the back, I'm just not a fan of that really bright red and this metallic look, and the paddings and stuff. But I do love the gold belt and the gold boots. I thought they did that really well. As I said before, I need to actually see a proper photo in order to actually judge properly. Not just see the back, but I need to see the front, but then also I need to see the suit in post-production in order to actually decide whether I like it or not. But so far, I'm not going to give any comments about it. I just don't know how to feel about it because it's just a set picture that's been leaked, and we do obviously know that it's going to look much better post-production, so I'll just wait to judge it then. But secondly, the same person who leaked the Flash costume also said that during that day, they worked with a Superman. Now, when this first got released, we didn't know which Superman it was. We didn't know if it was Henry Cavill's Superman or another version of Superman, but fans were only hoping that it would be Henry Cavill's Superman who would appear in this film. But this is a multiverse movie, so we could have seen other versions of Kal-El. But then this person a few hours later confirmed that they worked with Henry Cavill, and many others, including myself, lost it. Although I love all iterations of Superman, my favorite always mixes between Henry Cavill's Superman and Tyler Hoechlin's Superman from Superman and Lois. I think they are the best two actors who have played Superman. But also, I think that Warner Brothers did Henry Cavill dirty because this guy is so incredibly passionate about this character. He even pitched Warner Brothers a Man of Steel 2, and he's just been sidelined. Warner Brothers are not interested in bringing this character back, bringing Henry Cavill's Superman back, and obviously it felt like he was being replaced due to the new announcement of Superman projects. But I love Henry Cavill's Superman. I think he is a perfect Superman, especially after Zack Snyder's Justice League. I would want nothing more than to see him on the big screen wearing the cape again. And also, just imagine the interactions you would have with Henry Cavill's Superman and Sasha Calle's Supergirl. Just imagine them interacting with one another. That would just be so awesome. It already seems like Sasha Calle's Supergirl is canon in the DCEU, like in the Snyderverse, you could say, because the House of L logo is the exact same to those of Henry Cavill's Superman. So you could already assume that Henry Cavill's Superman is Sasha Calle's Supergirl's cousin due to those similarities. But again, I don't know, but I hope this is true. I do really want Henry Cavill back in the suit, and if this leak is actually true, then yeah, that would just be awesome. But if it's not, then I don't want to say I would be disappointed because I am still excited for this film, but I do really want to see Henry Cavill's Superman back on the big screen as well. But yeah guys, thanks for watching. If you guys have enjoyed the video, please give a like and subscribe. Be sure to tell me in the comment section down below if you guys are excited about the Flash movie. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.